Hello everyone, welcome back to Breheim. It's nice and peaceful and quiet, so let's ruin it. We'll grab the old chainsaw. Whoops, it's O to grab the saw, not P. Off to a great start. So I've done so much logging, and I've had my save game corrupted a couple times. What a time I'm having with this. And I'm pretty much at the point where if it does it again, I'll be looking for a new map. But anyway, what I've done is, you'll notice my money's a little bit higher. I spent maybe 4 hours cutting trees total and lost that, and then all the extra time I spent messing with trying to get the darn save game to work. So I just added some cash in to make up for that, because wow, I figured, what, 4 hours cutting time, and I didn't add that much money, so I'm kind of thinking I didn't add enough. But anyway, let's cut some trees and load them up and take them over and sell them and make some money. And I think this episode will be another tree cutting one. Next episode I will be doing some harvesting. Just gonna see how fast we can cut these trees up and get them processed. And one last piece, and I imagine the rest is the top. Yeah, I've got so many darn trees. I know, and especially these ones. This is probably my third time cutting these trees. I don't know, I'm losing track. Anyway, you can see the stand of trees is starting to get a bit thinner here, which is good. Because as soon as I've cut all these down, I'll be having to plant some more. Now, let me see. Do I have any new mods or anything right now? I don't think so. I added auto tractor in, and I'm suspicious that that might have been part of my problem with the map, because I added it in. Save game died a few times. I took it out, and I haven't had a problem since. So, well, I'll be a little more careful when I add that one back in again. I do want to try it, but at the same time, oh, I can't take any more of this game breaking stuff. A bit frustrating. See, you can tell I've done this a few times. All the trees are going right in the direction I want them to. So I'm kind of skipping along here, not cutting a lot in one spot, because it makes it easier to get in there and grind up the stumps and the butts and the tops. And then that just leaves me with a bunch of logs to load up. Whoops, did I miss the... Oh, guess not. Let me see, we'll cut 2 more here and then that'll be it for now. Now I wonder if that last tree, I should probably quit while I'm ahead here. This last tree will probably be one of the ones that suddenly goes wild. You do get those, and you actually get those in real life too, especially cedars are a bit tricky. They do this thing called barber chairing where they'll split in the middle and then kick out, and yeah. I think, not sure if they're also called widowmakers or not, but they certainly could be. I think the widowmaker is actually one that breaks off at the top, and it's called a widowmaker because the top can fall and kill the person who felled the tree. Oh, don't you hit those trees. There we go. I'm not cutting any more for this episode because it's going too well now. Why do I say things like that? I just jinx myself, don't I? I'll do this and then there'll be an earthquake and then all my trees will fall down and catch fire, and then I won't be able to sell them. I don't think they have too many earthquakes in Belgium. No, wait, where am I here? Breheim. I guess that would be Germany, wouldn't it? I don't know. If you're in Breheim, feel free to drop me a note and tell me where that is. Whoops, I guess we need to go over here and fire up this old stump grinder. I think I'll show most of this on screen. Like I said, I've had lots of practice, so this will go pretty quickly. Alright, so we're gonna grind up the tops. Now some of these have 2 sections for the tops. As you can see, I don't even waste the time taking the branches off the tops. I'm gonna grind them up anyway, and the stump grinder takes care of them. Chop, chop, chop. Wish that thing didn't sound like a chainsaw. It would sound like that if it was self-propelled, but where it's on a PTO, it shouldn't be making any... Hey, it sounds like a 2-cycle engine. Anyway, let's see, we got 2 more tops to go. Ooh, gotta be careful here, I don't want to hit the logs that are sitting there. Oh, didn't see that one there in the trees. Grab that one next. Neat if you could cut down trees with this. Of course you wouldn't have any control over which direction it would fall, so I don't think I'd try that in real life. That would be nasty. Alright, try and back up here without hitting any trees. Wouldn't want anyone to rage at me for driving irresponsibly. Grab this top over here, and then we'll start working on the stump, or the stumps and the butts. Kind of loud in that view. Now I could probably fit the butts of these trees on the trailer, but I've had problems with that too. It's just not worth the effort. Everywhere you see those orange circles, you know, where I cut the logs. That's a potential point where it's going to catch when you're trying to put it through. You know, it'll catch on the log trailers, and if you try to chip them like that, they get caught on the feed roller. It's not worth the effort. No, I mentioned chipping. One of these days we will get the chipper, but it's pretty far down the road because I really want to get that biogas. You know, and I gotta say that every episode, right? But we'll get the chipper eventually, and when we do, I think what we'll do is get a bunch of bioheat plants and just buy a field and put a whole bunch of them in there. Put like, I don't know, half a dozen or 10 of them in there and get them to start making us some good money. I forget what the price of them was. I guess I could check that and see if it's viable. It takes us 50 years to make the money back on it. It's not really worth it, is it? Now, is that the last stump? I can't remember. Were you guys counting? I wasn't. It all blurs together, all these trees I've cut. Yeah, I thought that might be hitting that too. Oh well, we lost a log. Cost of doing business, I guess. Okay, how are we doing here? I think that's got it. Now let's go and just back this up here out of the way. Yeah, let's see. Oops, I guess we need to go and get a trailer first. Now, something else I've been doing is loading the logs on the trailer on the truck. Just sorry about that. My throat's getting a little dry, I guess. Now, where is the log trailer? I think. Now, I mentioned before I reset every time I drop the logs off. I reset the trailer, and there's good reason for that. Have I not reset it? Where is the logging trailer? Ah, over there. Anyway, so yeah, if I reset it, I don't have problems. If I don't reset it, well, log explosion, I guess. Just, again, one of those things where you gotta do what you gotta do to get the thing all to work. Now, I'll go down this way, because if I try and go that other way, I won't make that turn into the little field here. See, right through here with that long trailer, it does not work well. Alright, so get this thing parked over there. Try to get it fairly level, but on this slope it doesn't go so well. Anyway, so we'll get it in here and load it up with the WF track. So it's taken me about 10 minutes to cut all those trees down, and then you know, trim them, buck them up, grind up the stumps and all the other bits and pieces. Now, one thing I've found is if I turn around here and back in, you know what, let's just do this. Now what I want is that pivot point close to the trailer as I can get, because that gives me a lot more room. And now we see if I've learned anything. Huh. Notice I'm not using the red thing anymore. The laser. I might be regretting that in the next few minutes, but I guess we'll see, won't we? Yeah, we can all have a good laugh at me. That's okay. I don't intend to give you a reason to laugh at me. Loaded as many logs as I have in the last couple of days. You'll either have learned or there is no learning for you. Whoops. Grabbed that one a little too quick. Yeah, not quite center, but close enough. I gotta spin it this way because the way it was leaning, it was gonna just catch on the hooks. So, whoops, because it's so sticking out so long here, I might have to do this. If I do this, I mean derp a whole bunch. Wow, that didn't take me long, did it? Yep, she's not gonna wanna... See, this is all hinging from not grabbing it right in the middle. There we go. Get over there. You know what? There. Now grab it. Now I gotta tell you, when I'm doing this off screen, I have not had this problem. So thanks for your help. That's okay, we'll get it on there. I'm fussing with it, but there's a reason for that, and that's if you don't, and you just flop them on like this, well, you know what, I'm going to leave it on there and we will see. We will see what happens when you don't take proper care. Alright, so now I've got to get a bit closer. Now I got to remember that I'm facing backwards now, so the controls work backwards. Now, unfortunately, when I'm concentrating like this, I'm not very conversational. That's even a word. It is now, because I just made it up. Haha. If I keep doing that, we're going to need a whole dictionary for Hitmanisms. Alright, so that one should... Oh, you know what? I say get over there. There we go. Good enough. Hopefully you're not getting dizzy watching and looking around in this view. I find it's pretty useful actually to use this, the crane camera. I don't know if it would be in multiplayer because, you know, I'd be doing this and wouldn't notice Vad coming up full speed and running into me. Not that he would, but, well, actually, yeah, he would. And then he'd giggle because I'd be upside down, flopping around like a dead fish. Haha, Hitman, you're on my B-roll, he'd say. Darn B-roll. Actually, I just watched that a few minutes ago, his 1st July B-roll. And he actually resurrected. We had, back in Season 1 of our co-op Let's Play, we had course play and we were trying to set up loaders at the biogas plant. Well, yeah. I've not had good experiences with course play. I don't know why, it does not like me. And I thought I'd put all that behind me, then he resurrected it, so now I'm going to be having more nightmares about course play. I think there's been quite a few versions since then. That was, gee, that must have been almost a year ago when he recorded that. Over a year ago, because I think we started Season 2 the end of October, which is, incidentally, when we're hoping Farm Sim 15 comes out. I can't wait. Be interested to see how many of you guys are planning to either purchase Farm Sim 15 or you're waiting to see some videos on it first. If you've already pre-ordered it, wow, I can't imagine pre-ordering it. I don't see what the benefit is. I didn't see that they offer you anything. I'm just going to wait for it to come up on Steam. And knowing me, I will probably wait a little bit because every new game they release, that anybody releases, it seems to be full of bugs right off the bat. So I might just wait a little bit for them to get that first patch out. That's always something you're waiting for, is the first patch. I used to have a rule that I wouldn't buy a new game because of that. But might be different since I imagine you guys are going to be clamoring to see 2015. Or, no, sorry, not 2015, Farm Sim 15. Even though I know that everybody and their dog is going to be doing videos on them, so everybody be clamoring then, I guess, for more Farm Sim 2013 videos because they'll be all dead. Okay. By dead, I mean people probably won't be recording it as much. There'll be some that say, oh, I don't like logging, so I'm going to keep going on 2013, and it's glitchy, or I don't like the new graphics, or it's laggy, or it won't run on my machine. There'll be lots of reasons why people stick with 2013, I bet. Which is good. This is a fun game, and I don't want to see it die right away. Especially, there's so many mods out there, and then when you go to Farm Sim 15, there will be no mods in the beginning, so of course it'll be a whole new game. But if you're like me, that won't last long before you'll be like, what else can I do? What is that getting stuck on? You see, it's stuck on an invisible something or other. Fine, there, lay there, I don't care. Yeah, if I was playing this off screen, I would keep messing with it just because I'm such a perfectionist. I would just, I couldn't help myself. I would have to keep messing with it, trying to get it just perfect. But if I did that, it would take me 3 hours to load all these logs on screen, so yeah, that's like 6 episodes. Would you like to watch me spend 6 episodes loading this bunch of logs on? I didn't think so. Maybe you would, and, well, you're just being mean to me now. No, I'm just kidding. This isn't like loading hay bales with a front loader. This is actually fun. Speaking of which, there's some different things I need to, well, again, gotta wait for biogas, but I want to get going on animal production and that sort of thing. Especially, it looks like probably beef breeding there, like the breeding of dairy cows, so, well, I could just spend a little bit on that just to get it started. I mean, I don't even have a forage wagon. I don't even have a way to pick up any grass or straw or anything like that. Well, I guess the kid would probably mow grass and put it in the truck. Assuming it'll take grass. Actually, I'm not sure if it will. But again, all that involves spending money and trying not to. Look at that. Look at it wobbling around. What is going on there? It's like there's a... I don't know, have you ever played with magnets where the two like sides of the magnets, they repel? That's kind of what it was like right there. Like an invisible bubble that just pushes back on it. And there's your science lesson for the day. Magnets have invisible bubbles. Every science teacher that ever watched this would probably be, no, that's not how it works. It's a magnetic field, you idiot. I know this. Alright, so we've got 2 logs left on this side. I don't recall how many were on the other side. But I imagine by now, probably getting bored of me doing this, so I'm going to pause it, and once I'm ready to go racing across town, I'll unpause it, and then you can join me for the incredible journey. We'll see if I actually make it without wiping out, which would be bad, because, well, I don't want to pick all these logs up again. Okay, we'll be back shortly. Okay, I'm just loading up the last log now. I'm curious, in this view, I'm kind of focused right on the hook, so I'm not really looking around. So it'd be interesting to see if any of you find this as, I don't know, disorienting or irritating to have. You see how I've got the view on the crane here. So if you do find that disorienting or anything like that, or just hard on the head to look at it, I'd be interested to know, because if a whole bunch of you say, oh yeah, it's killing me to look at it this way, well, then obviously I will have to make adjustments. Okay, so there we go, that's all loaded up. I'm gonna just put this in a safe spot. Then we'll be off to the rodeo. Well, not really a rodeo, but I suppose it's a tree roundup. Haha. Okay, Scotty, prepare for warp speed. Assuming I get out of here without car broadsiding me. I suppose I should have looked, but oh well. I'll just trust my instincts. Look out, cars, I am coming through. I've got logs on. I don't remember if my beacon's going, and if it's not, well, that's too bad for you. Hope I make it. My steering wheel's acting kind of funny. There was a patch on Euro Truck this week, and so I had to make a few little adjustments to my controls, and feels like it's done something to my controls in this, so oh well. Yeah, we still made it safely though. Hopefully the trailer's still there. Wouldn't that be funny? I get here and oh, my trailer's gone and all my logs are gone. That's alright. We get them back. We go and hunt them all down and load them all up, and I'd complain the whole time, but oh well. A dude off screen. Oh, what the heck? I had the wrong thing selected. There we go. I gotta go around that again. Derp-de-dur. It was going so well too. I could have tried to back it up, I suppose, but I'd probably still be trying to back it up. So what I'm doing is just kind of putting it alongside here. It makes it a little easier to unload. Now we'll take this over here and park under here. And as long as I do this every time, I have not yet filled this up with wood chips from one load of logs. Mind you, it is sometimes close. Oops, set the park and brake. And now grab the other machine. Don't feel like walking. Can I say I'm lazy? If I could teleport around in real life, I'd be fat as a house. Whoops, a little bit low. Sorry. Oh, it's my trailer. I can do what I want to. Not a song. It's my trailer. I can do what I want to. Crash if I want to. Too hard to coordinate this when I'm using my joystick or my steering wheel. That's why I was kind of moving around a bit jerkily there. That's because I'm using the keyboard, not the steering wheel. Depending on what I do, I just kind of switch back and forth between them on the fly. Doing the forklift stuff, it's sometimes a bit tricky to use the steering wheel and the mouse controls at the same time, like I'm doing right now. Oh boy, I guess I better back up a bit. Oops. Oh, you're gonna be like that, are ya? Are you gonna stay? Will you stay or will you go? It's gonna hit that post. Oh, we got it past it. Now the question is, can we get it into the bunker or onto the belt before it decides to go on walkabout? One of the times I was unloading here, one of the logs got stuck right up way above the top of the trailer. It was, I don't know, if you looked at real dimensions, it was probably, oh, I don't know, 3 feet above the top of the stakes on the trailer, and it really got stuck in a weird way, and I don't know if my save game got corrupt since then, but the log you see between those two lumber piles, on the other side of the fence you could see the log. It flew straight up in the air, went and tumbling around and landed on the other side of the fence. But unfortunately that save game got corrupted. Boy, I tell you, that is so frustrating. You go and you do a whole bunch of work and then you can't access it and you have to go to a previous save game and it's like, oh, well, you didn't do anything at all today. Ugh. Why am I having just one of those days today? I'm not having any luck with these logs. Oh well. Despite all their efforts to derp me out, I'm still doing okay. Well, I shouldn't say this until they're all, you know, sold. Get in there. There we go. 2 more. Then I'll have to look at the time and see if we have time to run down to the sawdust, to dump the sawdust off. We'll see. Boy, my throat's getting a little bit hoarse tonight. I'm planning to do 2 more episodes, so we'll see. I may have to stop. Get in there. Behave. There we go. So what do you think? Should we do a crazy run through town now? Actually, I'll have to pause it because I gotta wait for the sawdust process first. So then when I'm ready to go on my fast jaunt over there, I'll unpause it and oh, you're gonna be like that. There we go. Okay, so as soon as the sawdust is done going through the sawmill, I'll unpause and we'll go for a little run across town. Alright, now off we go. So better get my view straightened away here, or that could be a pretty quick trip. Short trip anyway. I don't see any traffic coming the other way. Well, suppose I should get on my own side of the road. Feel like I'm playing Need for Speed, except it's a lot slower. So I'd have to say my favorite car is the 1973 Lamborghini Countach. Well, I don't know, actually the 25th anniversary one's kind of nice. And if you don't know what car that is, well, Google's your friend. But they are really nice cars. Okay, well, there's our quick trip. So I shall be seeing you next time, and we will be doing a harvest and all that other stuff. And we'll give that auto combine another try and see how that works out. So until then, I'll be working away here. I still gotta do some other stuff before we're ready for that harvest. So until then, have a good week. Bye for now. Well, unfortunately, I finished last episode and I saved the game and I exited and went back in just to test it, and it corrupted again. So unfortunately, I think we're seeing the last of Breheim. I'm sorry to say it, but I really want it to keep going on this map, but it's just not happening. So yes, I'm very sad about that. But at the same time, I guess it's time to move on. What we're going to do is we'll end this season here, as we I think this was episode 17. So we're going to end it here, and I will find a new map, and we'll start up a new season. I will probably stick with starting with the same equipment that I've already got, and the same amount of money I probably will do. And I will start up on the new map and work on from there. At least I won't be, probably this time I won't be saving up for a biogas plant, so I'll be able to get some new mods and stuff right away. And we'll do a little more farming to start with until I get some trees to cut. So, I'm sorry it worked out this way, and there's not much I can do about it. Yeah, really sad about that, but, well, this is a so long to Breheim, and we've had many hours of fun here, but we'll move on to the next map and see what we find. So, thank you for joining me, and I will be seeing you again on the next map on the next episode. Hopefully it'll be tomorrow, and if not, then later this week. I will keep you posted on Twitter and Facebook and on my channel. If you have any map suggestions, please feel free to offer them. If I haven't picked a map by then, and I will let you know if I have, but if I haven't picked a map by then, feel free to suggest some maps. I prefer to have one that's, I don't really want big maps. I want something medium to small, and if it has something unique, like different, well, by unique I mean different things like more animals. I do want to do more livestock stuff. But if it has any neat things, like this had some forestry stuff on it built in, that was kind of neat. But at the same time, I don't know if that's even what broke the map, but, well. Anyway, make your suggestions. I will have a look. If I haven't picked anything by then hopefully that will help me decide on what map to go on next. So thank you so much for watching. Again, sorry about the end of this season, but start a new one and we'll start fresh, and off we go to our next adventure. Bye for now.